Welcome in. I'm Preston Highfield here with your Oregon News Daily Update for Wednesday, May 27th. Torrential rainstorms continue to plague the state of Texas. On Tuesday, a third body was pulled from the Blanco River during relentless storms in central Texas, according to AP reports. That death brings the weekend storm's fatality count to 13. Texas officials say 11 people remain missing in the area. Elsewhere, a foot of rain dumped on Houston, stranding hundreds of motorists in America's fourth largest city. Well, coming up after the break, an update on the postseason for both Oregon Diamond sports, plus a look at weather.
This job looks perfect. It says you need people skills.
Check.
Driver's license.
Check.
And a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to the Daily Update. It was a busy weekend on the diamond for Oregon sports, and a successful one at that. We start with softball as the Lady Ducks are headed back to the Women's College World Series for the second straight year. The Ducks are 51-6 and heading into the tournament after sweeping the Super Regional against North Carolina State. This is their third trip to Oklahoma City in 4 years. The Ducks are still searching for their first national championship, though, in program history. The Ducks play tomorrow. They play UCLA tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Oregon won the regular season series versus the Bruins earlier this year in Los Angeles. Oregon baseball barely squeaked into the postseason by winning 9 out of its last 10, including a huge series win over the number 2 UCLA Bruins. And we have some highlights for you from the last matchup of that series. Senior day, there's Sean Chase with a couple other seniors being walked out. Head coach George Horton there to greet them. Bottom of the fourth, Scott Heineman gets the solo home run to put the Ducks up 2-1. However, the Bruins would take the lead off a 2 RBI single by Luke Perisico to make it 3-2. Oregon would end up tying the game at 3. This was an incredible series. Later on, starter Josh Graham for Oregon finishes off the top of the 9th in style with the strikeout, giving him 11 on the day. And this baby is in extras, and Tim Cisnara says, hey, I can walk off too. He drives in pinch runner Spencer Smith to give Oregon back-to-back walk-off wins and the series victory with the 4-3 win on Sunday. Oregon plays in the Springfield Regional out in Missouri. They take on Iowa Friday at 11 a.m. Well, the Oregon Ducks football team continues to add depth to the offensive line. Former Notre Dame offensive lineman Matt Higarty is transferring to Eugene and will be eligible to play immediately as a graduate student. Higarty started 11 games for the Fighting Irish last season, splitting time between guard and center. He's expected to compete for the starting center spot and help fill the void left by departing center Hronis Grasu, who was an All-American. Let's go to some NBA action, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are headed back to the NBA Finals after sweeping the Atlanta Hawks in the Eastern Conference. LeBron James led the Cavs to a dominating 118-88 Game 4 victory last night, scoring 23 points with 9 rebounds and 7 assists. This is the first time the team has been to the finals since 2007. James led them to that one before winning 2 titles with the Miami Heat. The Cavs wait to see whether they will play the Golden State Warriors or the Houston Rockets. Probably going to be the Warriors, though. Let's go to weather, and guess what, Eugene? Vitamin D is headed your way. Sunshine is expected to be abundant these next few days, starting with today, a high of 80 with a low of 53 in the late evening. It's already really hot out right now. More of the same inching towards the weekend with lows in the 80s and not a cloud in sight. Summer is just around the corner, so it's about time to break out that sunblock. Hey, how about an update on Howe Field, on the construction going on there? It didn't take long to get into that and do some damage already. As you can see, the bulldozers are already making headway on the new Jane Sanders Stadium, which is scheduled to be completed shortly before the 2016 season starts. It was a fun ride at Howe Field, and Jane Sanders, I'm sure, going to be a very nice stadium as well. Thanks for watching today's Oregon News Daily Update. I'm Preston Highfield. Have a great rest of your day.